you guys, welcome back to Always Land Valley. Marshmallow, it's time to say goodnight. It's time to go to sleep, okay? Sasha, it's time to go to sleep. Time to say goodnight. Yep. Hey you guys, so today we're going to read a bedtime story and we're going to read Moonwalker, the storybook. It looks like this. This is from 1988. This page looks like this. This is a bedtime story, so I'm going to read it out loud. And we might do this video in 2 parts, so if you just want to listen, you can. When he was 5 years old, he was a member of the Jackson 5, so he's been singing and dancing for most of his life. Audiences around the world have been astounded by his extraordinary talent. The man who made the moonwalk more famous than NASA is. Michael Jackson. Michael always had a dream. He cannot remember a time when it wasn't there. He would think about the dream as he made wishes on stars or blew out candles. He also worked hard to help this dream along. He wanted to sing and dance all over the world and touch the lives of people everywhere. He loves sharing his talents with everyone, and he believes we all have something to share. Michael's songs have special meanings and messages. They ask people to stop and think about their actions, think about other people, think about the world. Michael likes to remind the millions of people everywhere that a single person can make a difference, can change the world, and make it a better place. In the song Man in the Mirror, he tells people to help change the world by changing themselves first. One small change in your life can, as if by magic, create a chain reaction that helps others, who in turn help more people until everyone everywhere has been touched and changed. Suddenly the world is a better place. Come follow Michael and his friends as they attempt to change the world they've discovered. On a beautiful spring day, Michael and his pal Katie are sitting in a meadow enjoying the warmth of the sun and Katie's dog Skipper. Their friends Sean and Zeke see them and run over to join them. They have a soccer ball and soon the four friends are running all over the meadow as Skipper watches, eager to join the game. Soon, watching all the fun is too much for Skipper and he joins the game uninvited. He gets a little carried away, however, and in his excitement races into the woods with the soccer ball clamped in his mouth. The friends run after him and that makes the game Skipper has just invented all the more fun. Hi, Sasha, good girl. He runs faster and soon disappears from sight. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Bless you. Once they get deep into the woods, Michael and Katie are separated from Sean and Zeke. They call Skipper's name and look everywhere, but their shouts go unanswered. When they stumble across the entrance to a cave, they know they have to take a look inside because it would be just like Skipper to run in there to hide. The cave is deserted and filled with cobwebs, but it intrigues them. Ooh. Oh, my favorite thing. Spiders. Ah. On one of the walls is a strange carving that resembles a spider. Scary looking. Michael is fascinated by the odd spider-like carving and places his hand over it. Suddenly it begins to glow and a wall of the cave begins to move. Katie is scared and wants to leave, but the wall has shifted to reveal a secret doorway. Michael convinces Katie that they should see what lies ahead. Michael and Katie move quietly through a long passageway and find themselves staring down at a huge laboratory that's bustling with activity. They carefully conceal their presence as they listen to the voice of an evil man named Mr. Big, who is telling his troops of a plan he has to turn children everywhere into helpless drug addicts. Mr. Big sees Michael and Katie and realizes that his plans have been overheard. He must get them before they try to stop his evil plan. Michael and Katie run from the cave as quickly as they can. Safely back in the city, Michael sends Katie to find Zeke and Sean while he tries to figure out how to deal with Mr. Big and his terrible troopers. Michael tells Katie to get the boys and meet him later at Club 30's. Michael, knowing he must find a way to foil Mr. Big's plans, is deep in thought, staring at the beautiful night sky for inspiration when suddenly he senses danger. Mr. Big and his soldiers are nearby, and they see Michael standing on the steps of his apartment building. In a split second, the quiet of the night is shattered by the machine gun fire. Bullets are flying everywhere, roaring past Michael as they break windows and damage buildings. Smoke has now filled the eerie night when all of a sudden everything becomes deadly silent. Because of the smoke, Mr. Big and his troopers are unable to see Michael, but Mr. Big is sure they will find him sprawled on the ground. Mr. Big walks quietly out from behind his men and finds that Michael has disappeared. Mr. Big cannot believe his eyes. He turns to his troopers and shouts instructions. Suddenly, they see Michael running down the street and around a corner out of sight. Mr. Big sends his men in pursuit. They must get Michael now. Michael has taken a wrong turn and finds himself in a dead-end alley with no possible way out. He can hear the loud pursuing footsteps of Mr. Big and his heavily armed men. Michael looks up at the beautiful night sky as if he is looking for an answer in the stars. Perhaps he is, and perhaps there is magic in that sky. Mr. Big assembles his troops at the opening of the alley and has each man aim his gun down at the shadowy dead-end passage. The soldiers are ready to open fire when, suddenly, a large and very shiny silver car roars out of the alley. Mr. Big can tell that this vehicle is much more than a car, and he wants it as badly as he wants Michael. Mr. Big orders his men to open fire. A dizzying number of shots are fired at the beautiful car, but the bullets just bounce off. Above the roar of the guns, the car's enormous engine gives off its own very loud noises as the engine revs and the car begins to race toward the evil men. They all watch with amazement as the car sails into the air and over their heads, trailing a tail of fire behind it. Michael has escaped once again. Mr. Big watches as the car speeds up the street and out of sight, going much too quickly for anyone to follow it. The car rolls to a stop around the corner from Club 30's, where Michael promised to meet his friends. Meanwhile, Sean and Zeke have found Skipper back in the meadow, playfully awaiting Michael and the kids. Unable to find Michael and Katie, the boys finally leave. Later, it is Katie who finds them. She asks them to go with her to Club 30's to wait for Michael, and they enthusiastically agree. When they get to the club, no one is there. As a matter of fact, it looks like if there hasn't been anyone in or around the club for a very long time. The dusty old place is creepy and dirty, so the kids decide to wait outside in a little alley and keep an eye out for Michael. Michael doesn't know the kids are waiting for him nearby, so he enters the club thinking they're inside. A bright, blinding light flashes as Michael enters. When he opens his eyes again, the light has faded and the club has been transformed into a hot night spot right out of the 1930s. Michael's clothes have changed too. He's now wearing a cool suit and a big white hat. Michael sees a jukebox across the room, digs deeply into a pocket, and finds a shiny coin that he flips through the air. As if by magic, the coin drops neatly into the slot. The jukebox lights up and wonderful music begins to play. Suddenly, the club is filled with people and everyone begins to dance with Michael as he sings Smooth Criminal. Okay, everybody sing this to yourself. Okay, everybody keep singing. Okay, we're going to stop there for tonight, and we'll do part 2 in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this bedtime story. Everybody have sweet dreams. Good night, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us today. We'll use our sexy sticker here as a bookmark. I showed this in at the end of one of my videos. Hi. This duck is awesome. I am totally enjoying this. He's walking fast now. Where is he going? Didn't you see the bread I put out? It's over there. Thank you guys for watching. You know I have to show my little bunny friend. He was spying on me from all the way over here. I always see him. This is little chocolate chip. The little baby. He's a baby. Hi, baby. You are so cute. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to balance this. He's so far. Hi, baby. Here's one little baby. And there's another little baby somewhere over here. Look, look, look. There's this bunny. There's that bunny. And there's this bunny. There's 3 of them right now. Sasha? New toys? Someone got new toys. Someone got new toys.